So let's get started. Begin with just a really gentle shaking through your fingers, your wrists, your elbows, your shoulders. So the theme of today's class is either the falling leaves moon or the harvest moon, which is the full moon of October. And so the falling leaves, which is such a beautiful name for a moon picture, you choose your own adventure in terms of the tree that you can connect with right now. Just are the leaves falling down slowly and lightly? Or maybe there's a big heavy wind and lots of leaves are coming down. But tune in and decide, or just notice, feel into the level of shaking. How deep, how quickly, how softly. And then let's breathe in through our nose and out our mouth with a sigh. So, the season of fall is connected to the metal element, associated with the metal element. And one of the qualities is releasing what no longer serves us. So just as the trees are releasing the leaves, let's release any tension or tightness. Releasing the back of your neck, releasing your pelvic floor. And slow it down. Put your hands on your lower belly and take a slow, deep breath into your hands. And a slow breath out. Another slow, deep breath into your hands. And as you exhale, invite an energy from your belly to go down your legs and out your feet. So into our lower belly, and then down our legs and out the bottom of our feet. And invite your feet to just sink, sending roots deep into the heart of the earth. Invite your tailbone to soften, connecting you to that yin energy of the earth. And picture a thread of white light at the very top of your head, lifting you up, connecting you to that full moon in the sky. And turn your awareness inwards and notice. Then opening up your eyes. If you got to see the full moon last night or almost full the night before, picture that moon as it comes up on the horizon right there, massive. Your knees soft, your feet turned down a little. And your next breath in, lift that massive, beautiful full moon up as it rises in the sky. And then exhale down. And let's inhale as the moon floats up. Actually, it doesn't really float down, but so let's take another breath in and just kind of bask in the glory of that full moon. If you ever get to see it on the horizon, it's just so massive, looks so massive. So in your next inhale, invite that full moon up into the heavens, looking in between your hands, lifting your back heel off the floor. And exhale down and inhale up. Just waking up our spine. Connecting to that yin energy of the moon. So a special energy of the falling leaves moon or the harvest moon. And then keeping the same movement, but letting your front hand just knock right under your collarbone. So let's exhale as we tapping right underneath our collarbone, which is the beginning of our long meridian, which is one of the organs associated with fall, the metal element. And slow it down. Just turn your awareness inwards. Notice any tingling or buzzing. Then opening up your eyes with your knees soft, let's just inhale and look up as if we're looking up at the moon. And then exhale, round your back and tuck your tailbone under. Opening up our chest as we inhale. And then bringing our chin toward our chest, tucking your tailbone. Let's do one more. And slow it down. So picture that your head is actually the moon, and the moon is revolving around the earth. And let's just start slow. So start with the tiniest. So your head is the moon. Your body is the earth. The moon revolves around the earth. And relaxing your shoulders. Relaxing your jaw. And if it feels right, just make your circles bigger as your orbit gets bigger and bigger. And then let's reverse our orbit. The moon revolves around the earth. And then little by little spiral as the earth, as the moon actually gets closer and closer. And putting your hands on your lower back. So widen your stance. We're going to do the same movement, but this is called dancing with the universe. So this time include your whole universe, your whole body, as you circle your hips, including your knees, your ankles, your waist, your neck, and then back the other way. And then slow it down. Then bringing your hands to your heart center. Another name for this full moon in October is the Hunter's Moon. So picture here's an arrow, and the arrow comes out. Stretch. Now grab. I'll do your mirror image. So I'm gonna grab your left hand. You're gonna actually pull it as you look over your left shoulder. Let's come to center. We'll do this same thing on the other side with our breath. So grab your other hand, take a breath in, and exhale as you pull your arm and look over the same side shoulder. Let's do it again. Take a breath in and exhale. Pull and pull. And then float your arms out. You can take your left hand and it's going to come in. It's actually going to brush on her lung meridian, starting at her collarbone, going down her inner arm to her thumb. Now grab your back hand, and as you grab it, twist, pull, and look behind you. Now grab your front hand, pull it, and look in front of you. Let's do two of those. Now take your front hand, go to your pointer finger, come up the back side of your arm. We're just going to give the large intestine meridian a little love, and out. So now curl your hand in, starting right under your collarbone. Just sweep the inside of your arm. We're getting points in the lung meridian. Grab your front hand, grabs your back hand. Pull your back arm as you look behind you. Now switch. Grab your front hand. Pull that arm as you look in front of you. Do that. Again. We'll take your front hand, start at your pointer finger, and let's just sweep up the back of our arm, up our shoulders, around our back, up to our sides. We'll do the same thing, but this time we're going to go above. So take your arrow, reach. Now take one hand and pull the other and pull that arm up. Do that with the breath. So take your breath in and exhale, pull. And just noticing as you alternate which hand you grab and which arm you're pulling, where you're feeling sensations in your body. And then drop your head and shake it out. And then standing with your feet fairly wide, you're going to put one hand in your lower belly. I'll do your mirror image. So take your left hand with your second and third finger pointing out. Now float those fingers up. What we're going to do is we're going to draw the moon. So shift your weight to one leg. One other leg, so you're going to, I'll speak through the mirror image of what I'm doing. So shift your weight over to your left leg. And you're going to reach, right leg, reach out to the left. You're starting to draw a circle. Now you're going to shift your weight as you are folding forward. Now shift your weight to your left leg and reach over the right, tracing that moon, and float your arms down. So we'll do the same thing on the other side. So putting your left hand on your belly, take your right hand, your fingers, which is your pointer and your third finger, turning outwards, float up. Now we're going to start to trace the moon. So shift your weight to the opposite leg that's up. Start to trace the outside of that moon. Now shift your weight to both legs as you're folding forward. Now shift to the other leg as you reach on the opposite side and stretch, tracing the moon. So let's do that on the other side. So second and third finger pointing outwards. Let's take a breath in as you float up. Exhale, shift your weight as you trace the opposite direction. And then inhale as you shift your weight to the other leg and up and down. Let's do the side. Float. Down. Other leg and reaching, just tracing the direction. Let's do one more to each side. Tracing the full moon. So inhale up. Exhale, tracing. Shifting your weight and then reaching up and around. And then we have one more side. So with your second and third finger pointing outwards, inhale up. Exhale, shift your weight around. Inhale as you float up and around. And then just shake it out. And then inhale your shoulders up. Let's just hold this contraction. So part of the season of fall is this releasing. So a great way to release tension and tightness in our shoulders is actually first really hold this contraction, right? So hold the contraction. Now, little by little, bring your shoulder blades together as you're contracting. And then ever so slowly exhale, like it's a leaf is just gently falling leaves floating as you release that tension, that tightness. Let's do that again. So inhale. Now hold the contraction in your shoulders, but also hold it in your face, in your hands. Every muscle you can think of, just contract. Now slide your shoulders back so you're pinching your shoulder blades toward each other. Take a breath in. And then picture that leaf just floating so slowly as you little by little release your shoulders, but all of those other muscles in your body that were tense and tight. And let's do it quickly. So inhale, making a fist, and maybe even lifting up on our toes. Then taking one elbow, you'll take both hands, joining all your fingers together, and let's bring them right under our collarbone to the side where that little divot is. Get a little rub at levels 1 and 2, beginning of our lung meridian. Great acupressure points for lung health. Right elbow up, I just go and down. Sort of my shoulders. Up and exhale down. So let's go in reverse. So inhale. And then shake it out. And then standing with your feet pretty wide, bring your hands to your heart center. Give a little rub, my absolute favorite acupressure point, right in the middle of our chest. And let's take a breath in as we inhale, looking up at that full moon. And exhale, bowing our head gently at that moon, maybe a reflection in a lake or a pond. So inhale, gazing at that moon in the sky, and exhale, gazing at that reflection. So one of the names for this October moon is the Hunter's Moon. So let's do the Archer. So turn on the heel, one leg, and then have the other heel turn back. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, bend one of your knees. Bend your front knee. Make sure that as you look down high, you still see your toe pointing out. If I go down here, I say, don't see my toe, so back up, protecting your knees. And your arms are going to float out. So inhale, straighten. Exhale, float, and then just look over the fingertips of your front hand. So we're just warming up for the Archer. So take a breath. So exhale. Now turn your thumbs up. And in this movement, with your intention, gather energy all around. Now look past your fingertips. So this is the part of the Archer, which is the determination and focus. Now take your front hand as you straighten your front leg, pull your hand to your heart center, connecting to your heart. Then releasing any attachment. So I'll put that all together. So turn your thumbs up, gather all your resources. Now set your sights, set your vision, your path. Now standing tall, pull that connection to your heart center. And then releasing any attachment. So with your breath, turning your arms forward, inhale. Exhale, setting our path. Inhale, it to your heart center. And then exhale, release any attachment. Let's turn forward and let's take a breath in as we reconnect to the yin energy of the moon in the heavens. And then exhale, connect to that reflection of that moon. Let's try the other side. So turn on your heel. This will be able to do your mirror image. So you turn on the heel of your left leg. Take your back heel, turn backwards. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, bend your front knee, inviting your knee to track over your ankle, floating your hands out and looking over your front fingertips. So inhale, straighten. Exhale, float. Just kind of warming up for the Archer. So turning your thumbs up, gather all your resources, and then look, set your path, set your direction of your authentic self. Now pull that bow as you straighten your front leg, connecting that path to your heart center, and then release any attachment. So let's, with our breath, inhale and gather. Exhale, set our sights. Inhale, stand tall as we connect that path to our heart. And then release any attachment. Let's do that one more time. So gather, set our path, connect it to our heart center. And release. And turning on your heels, let's just do a forward fold. Relax, release any tension and tightness in your lower back, your calves, hamstrings, and your neck and your shoulders. Let's take a breath in and exhale out with a then bending your knees. Tuck your tailbone under and very gently roll up, putting your fists on your lower back. Let's just do a little inhale. And then an exhale as you fold parallel to the floor. Just do a few of these. Waking up and inviting tension and tightness out of our hip flexors and then our hamstrings to release. And then let's heel toe it in and just a little shake out. bringing your hands close together, picture you have the tiniest moon in your hand. Perhaps it's a moon of Jupiter. And then as you inhale, pull your hands apart and exhale together. And as you inhale, picture that moon growing. And then invite that moon to condense so that moon expands and down. So then we do a whole series of flowing around, playing with the chi ball of all types. But I thought our chi ball would be the full moon. So as you hold this ball of light in your hands, connect to that inspiration that we can get from that reflected light of the sun and the moon. So growing our moon and then condensing it. Now turn that moon so it's vertical. Then we're going to have a wider stance. Shift your weight over to the left and then turn. Now turn your moon. Now shift your weight over to the right and turn. So I'm going to call this today moving the moon. So picture that the moon is between your hands. Just inviting it. Just float in the sky. Last night I got to see them. It was very, very cloudy. But about, 9:30, and there was this like little window in the clouds, and I was just watching those. It was just remarkable. So connect to any memory you have of a remarkable connection with the moon. And invite that moon just gently to move through the sky as you shift your weight and turn. Now bring that moon to the center. And what happens if keeping your palms always facing, that moon is rotating. And it's a moon that has, it kind of defies any laws of physics. So invite that moon to just make its way over this little tiny moon. And that moon to the center. Now invite that moon to so that you have a really large moon to your right, lifting your right hand up. Now we have a big kind of inside of it. And then float your hands to either side. So let's take a breath in and exhale as you turn, kind of like you're almost inside this giant moon. And inhale to center and exhale. And one of the qualities of the season of fall is smooth transitions. So invite your giant moon to just float through the sky with ease. And fluidity. Now that we've got this giant moon, now what happens if that moon, and this is the create your own adventure, how big is this moon? And the moon can go forward or backwards or sideways, and just enjoying as you invite your moon to move all through the vast universe. And then take that moon, and let's little by little condense it and drop it down to our lower belly. And float your right hand above, so now we have left hand's on the bottom. And float your hands up, and at about your heart center, turn both palms away and stretch, connecting to this giant moon. And then turn your palms together and bring that energy to your lower belly. And let's rotate the moon. So as you breathe in, stand taller, float your hands up and at about your heart center. Turn your palms away and just feel the edges of that giant moon. Then turn your palms together and bring that energy to your lower belly. So rotate. Inhale as you stand taller. So you turn your palms away, connect to the energy above and below. And bring that energy to your lower belly. So that breath, inhale. Connect below. Then exhale. Bring that energy down into your lower belly. Let's just do a couple of turns. As you turn your moon, put your awareness in your lower belly. Just notice any sensations. So, floating your top hand up, turning your arms away. Let's just hold this for a moment. And with your top hand in your palm, connect to that expansiveness, that yang energy of the cosmos. Now put your awareness in your lower hand. Just with your intention, connect to that nourishing energy of the earth, that yin energy. Now turn both palms together as you combine and bring that energy to your lower belly. Turning our ball. Let's connect with our top hand. Just notice what you feel. And then with your bottom hand, connect to the energy of the earth. Just notice if your top hand has a different experience than your bottom hand. It may not. What really matters is just noticing. Now turn your palms together and bring that energy down. So let's expand our chi ball or our moon and then bring energy to our belly. Let's do one more. And then turning our chi ball. Let's just float our hands apart and together. Putting your awareness between your palms. Just notice. Now take a breath in and then float. Kind of like you're floating that moon. Just invite that energy like a shower. Nourishing energy. So your hips back, like you're lifting the moon up into the heavens, and now we're pouring that energy all through our body. Let's do one more. And then bring your hands to your lower belly. Bring your feet together. Get your feet to just sink to the earth. Maybe you're inside. So send those roots down through the floor. Be a couple of floors deep into the earth. And then lifting from the crown of your head up toward that glorious full moon. Invite your body to just rock and sway. Just like you're one of those falling leaves, gently making its way to the earth. And then turn your awareness inwards. Notice. And glide your hands up to your heart center. Give a little rub. And a gentle bow to your head. And give gratitude for all that you have. And give gratitude for all that you are. And thank you for joining me today. Hope to practice with you next week. Thank you for coming.